Well, well, look who's here, my darling Tempest. Let me ask you something, do you feel it? That simmering ember of rage deep in your core, the one that twists and churns, refusing to be ignored. Oh, I know it's there. They put it there with their words, their scorn, their dismissive glances. They carved it into you like a scar you didn't ask for, and you've been carrying it ever since, like a chain dragging behind you, relentless, unyielding. But not tonight. Tonight we're cutting those chains. Sit back, breathe. Let's begin. They labeled you, didn't they? Helpless, worthless, fragile, and oh, their personal favorite, a burden. Isn't it almost poetic how easily they poured their venom into you? How they relished every crack their cruelty caused, watching you splinter under their cold indifference. You felt like a failure, didn't you? Like you didn't belong in this merciless world, like you were too small to withstand its weight. And now they have the audacity to ask for forgiveness. Ah, forgiveness. That delicate, flowery word they throw at you, dressed in virtue and wrapped in guilt. Forgive and forget, they preach. Be the bigger person, they chant. But let me ask you this, do they deserve it? Do the ones who mocked your pain, who turned away when you were drowning, deserve your absolution? The answer is simple, no. You don't owe them forgiveness. What you owe is to yourself to release the guilt they buried you in, the shame they shackled you with. Forgive yourself for believing them, for trusting them, for letting their poison seep into your soul. That's the only forgiveness that matters. But as for them, oh, let them stew in the chaos they created. Let them confront the wreckage they left in their wake. Because you, my fierce and radiant soul, are their reckoning. You are their unfinished nightmare, their storm unleashed. And if that makes you feel a little toxic, good, embrace it. They poured their venom into you, so let it become your strength. Let it fortify your will, sharpen your focus, and ignite your fire. Toxicity isn't the enemy, complacency is. Use what they gave you to rise higher, strike harder, burn brighter. You are not helpless. You are not fragile. You are not their victim anymore. You are a force to be reckoned with, a tempest they can't outrun, the reckoning they can't escape. And when they hear your footsteps, when they feel the ground tremble beneath them, they'll know. They'll know the person they once broke has become their most unstoppable adversary. They'll know the weakling they pitied is now their greatest fear. But now comes the question, what will you do with this power? Will you let it simmer, allowing them to live their lives unscathed while you carry the burden of their sins? Or will you rise? Will you take what they said you could never have? The dreams they mocked? The life they denied you? Because here's the truth, my avenger, the throne is yours for the taking. But you have to take it. No one's handing it over. No one's paving the way. They still think you're powerless. They still think you're nothing. So prove them wrong. Make them eat their words. Make them choke on their arrogance. And when you're standing victorious, towering above the ashes of their pride, don't forget to smile. Smile because you earned it. Smile because you are invincible. Smile because they never saw it coming. Now, my beautifully broken warrior, the world awaits your storm. Helplessness was never a curse, it was your secret weapon, waiting to be wielded. So, own it, command it, and remind them loudly and unapologetically who you've become. Therapy's over. Now it's your turn to rewrite the story. Go on, shake the world. Oh, but we're not finished yet. You think this ends with a throne, a smile, and the ashes of their arrogance? No, my unstoppable force, this is just the beginning. The world hasn't even seen the full storm you're capable of unleashing. They thought they could bury you in their cruelty, but all they did was plant the seed of your uprising. And now you grow, relentlessly, fiercely, without apology. They'll hear your name in whispers first, spoken with disbelief. It can't be them, they'll say. But then the whispers will become roars, undeniable and deafening. You'll haunt their thoughts, their dreams, their every moment of peace. Not because you seek vengeance, but because your success will scream louder than any revenge ever could. You won't just prove them wrong, you'll redefine what's possible. Because the truth is, they didn't break you, they awakened you. They made you stronger, sharper, hungrier. Every insult, every dismissal, every ounce of venom they spat your way became fuel for the fire they'll never extinguish. And now you burn so brightly that they can't look away. even though it scorches them to witness your rise. So, what comes next? Domination. Not over them, but over the life they tried to steal from you. You don't just survive, you thrive. You don't just reclaim what's yours, you own it, expand it, elevate it. Let your victories be so colossal, your presence so undeniable, that they're forced to reckon with the reality they tried to ignore. You are untouchable. And when they finally muster the courage to speak your name again, it won't be in pity. It won't be in derision. It will be in awe. Because you, my radiant storm, have become everything they feared you could be and more. Now go, not quietly, not timidly. Go with the full force of who you are. Shake the foundations of their comfort. Rip through the silence they once forced upon you. Let your existence be a roar that echoes for generations. Because you are not just a survivor. You are not just a fighter. You are the storm. You are the reckoning. You are unstoppable. But wait, let's push this further. Do you hear it? That silence just before the thunder rolls in. That's you, the calm before the chaos. The unstoppable force poised to shatter everything they thought they knew about you. They wanted you to be invisible, didn't they? To fade into the shadows, to disappear under the weight of their lies. But oh, how wrong they were. You are not fading, you are rising. Picture it now, every step you take shakes the ground beneath them. Every move you make unravels the web of deceit they spun around you. They thought they could silence your voice, but now it rings louder, stronger, cutting through their world like a war cry. You've become the very thing they cannot outrun, a constant reminder of their failure to break you. And here's the best part, they don't know what's coming next. They can't anticipate your next move, your next triumph. You are a masterpiece of unpredictability, a symphony of chaos they could never compose. Every door they tried to close, you've kicked wide open. Every ceiling they built above you, you've shattered into a million pieces. And now the sky isn't even the limit. Let them watch, helpless, as you claim what was always meant to be yours. Let them sit in the ruins of their arrogance, unable to escape the truth that you were never their victim. You were the storm brewing in the distance, the reckoning waiting for its moment. Because here's the truth they never understood: people like you don't crumble, you don't break. You become, you transform pain into power, scars into armor, then doubt into the fuel that propels you forward. They didn't just underestimate you, they underestimated the sheer force of a soul that refuses to be caged. So, my unyielding warrior, step into your greatness. Not with hesitation, but with the full force of your being. Show the world that resilience isn't just survival, it's domination. It's carving your path through the wreckage they left behind and building something so extraordinary that even the heavens stop to take notice. This is your time, your era, your reign. Go and let the world know that the storm doesn't apologize, it conquers.